Tesla's model is driving into Britain. The company has sold its first right-hand vehicles and installed its first charging station in the United Kingdom. The company's chief executive, Elon Musk, says the UK could become Tesla's biggest market behind the United States and China. And Tesla can't just drop the cars off the ferry. The company must also build out a charging network to make the whole electric car concept viable. There are charging stations, but of course none of the supercharging that really makes these high-performance vehicles worthwhile. You don't want to have to wait and get married and divorced in the time it takes to charge your vehicle. It perhaps is no challenge for Elon Musk. He's disrupted the auto industry, the space industry, the solar industry, and he's even the inspiration for Tony Stark, the billionaire inventor and superhero in the Iron Man films. So this weekend, I was privileged to sit down with Elon Musk and find out where Tesla's expanding next.
Right now, the priority is the UK, and it's building out a network of superchargers so that people can travel with freedom anywhere in the British Isles, UK and Ireland. And make sure we have service centers everywhere. So we have a massive infrastructure expansion happening right now in the UK with multiple sites being constructed simultaneously.
When we look at the development now of Tesla and the range of projects that you have a lot on your plate.
We've a lot of initiatives happening simultaneously on multiple dimensions. So obviously market expansion to establish charging infrastructure and service infrastructure throughout the world. We're scaling up our production of the Model S. We're developing the Model X. We're in the early stages of the Gigafactory, which we'll break ground on in the next, probably this month, actually. And then long term, there's the affordable mass market car, which is that development has to happen in parallel with the Gigafactory. In fact, it's very important that the Gigafactory and our mass market model come to fruition at the same time. Otherwise, one will have a tremendous amount of capital, but no way to make it useful.
Do you think the market, and I'm not going to ask you where you think your share price should be, because you wouldn't tell me anyway, if you look at this volatility, that often suggests speculation and a lack of understanding of long-term strategy?
Yeah, there's a lot of speculation. I mean, necessarily, if you look at, say, our trailing revenues, our market cap makes no sense because our market cap is like 10 times what our revenue was last year. So clearly, the market cap is driven by future expectations, and as soon as anything happens to either enhance or diminish the faith in our future of those future expectations, the stock price takes a massive movement one way or the other, because it's just so leveraged based on where people think we'll end up.
When I look at those ventures with which you are involved,
right,
they all signify a strong element of risk and reward.
It's not really the size of it or anything. It's just that I think there's some important things that need to be addressed, some important problems the world faces, and when there doesn't seem to be much happening in that arena, then I've sort of tried to be helpful. So with Tesla, it's about trying to accelerate the advent of sustainable transport. With SolarCity, it's sustainable production of energy, because you need both sides of the coin, obviously. With SpaceX, the goal is to accelerate rocket technology improvements to allow, ultimately, hopefully to allow humanity to become a multi-planet species and establish a base on Mars.
And at the same time, all of them have to have an element of commercial reality about them.
Well, yeah, it's not really a profit optimization, except that if we run out of money, then we're dead. So so therefore, we better make more than we spend.
But you do enjoy risk?
I enjoy a modest amount of risk, but large amounts of risk make me unhappy. Right, so I was unhappy for quite a few years there. I mean, I sort of like where things are now. I think we're in sort of a touch wood, a good sort of space. I mean, things are sort of in the more good than bad, which is great. But it's certainly been really in the last maybe year and a half that we've been in that situation.
Do you understand? Can you understand the Tesla phenomenon?
Yes, we're punching way above our weight. Yes. But our weight is small. we actually have to make a car that's not a little bit better than the competitors, because if it's only a little bit better, then why would customers bother buying it? It has to be a lot better than any of the existing cars.
Will you still be chief executive of Tesla when the Gigafactory opens?
Yes.
When the X comes online?
Definitely. So, no, I'm absolutely committed through volume production of the affordable third-generation car. At that point, I'll have to consider whether it's, me being CEO is still the right thing, and whether it's, and I can sort of stay sane, which is, I think, important, because I think sort of insane CEOs probably don't do the best jobs. No matter what, I would stay involved in Tesla. So even in 4 or 5 years, if I was not the CEO, I would still probably be the chairman and help drive the product and make sure we make great cars.